Welcome to Kawasaki Superteens episode 5. This weekend we're racing alongside the World Superbike grid at Donington Park. Now we're lucky enough to have been welcomed in by Kawasaki Racing Team and joined by this guy who needs no introduction.
Hey guys, Alex Lowe's here from the Kawasaki Racing Team and World Superbike. We're here at Donington Park for my home round and it's great to share this weekend with the Kawasaki Superteen guys. I'm really looking forward to meeting some of them, obviously watching them on track and showing them around behind the scenes of Kawasaki Racing Team. We do our debrief like you guys do in the, when you finish the session or whatever. We do the debrief in the garage with our, let's say, crew chief, electronics engineer on our side of the garage. After practice sessions, both sides of the garage, they do the debrief all together with the engineers from Japan. Once we start, obviously, there's basically 3 things we can change. Traction control, engine brake setting, a map, which could be, for example, this weekend, exit of turn 1, down turn 2, the top of, before you get to Craner curves. On the edge there is 2nd, 3rd, 4th gear for me. I will probably work really hard in the practice to, when the tyre drops and I'm right on the edge, I need the bike to be quite soft. But then I don't want the bike to be soft, for example, in 4th gear up Schwanzes or somewhere else. So you watch FP2 tomorrow, let's say the track's in good condition. I normally do a long run and I'll be trying 4 or 5 map settings on different power on the bike, especially when the tyres drop, to understand what we're going to use in the race.
Oh, World Superbike was brilliant. We got the opportunity to go to the KRT hospitality and meet Alex and Axel.
Great to go around the garage too, to really see what it's all about in the world stage.
It's one of them lifetime experiences what don't just come out of nowhere.
Hello guys, welcome to the hospitality and obviously Donington for the World Superbike. It's quite cool that you're going to be racing with us on track this weekend. I don't know if you know, but a long time ago now, I started, me and my brother actually, we started in the Superteen series. And from there, obviously got the first love for racing, like where you guys are now. Me personally, I moved up through the British paddock, so Super Sport and then into Superbike. And I was lucky enough to do well enough to get a step up to the World Championship. Some of my best memories actually are still from racing, not just with my brother, but obviously all the other guys that was racing with back then that have gone on to race in, let's say, various championships in the world. So I took the route of racing then in British Super Sport, British Superbike in 2011, 12, 13, and then since 2014, so showing my age, I've been in the World Championship and been a Kawasaki rider since 2019 now. So as soon as I saw the series announced, I know what a bike the ZX-4RR is. It's a fantastic bike. So yeah, it's been some really close racing. You've had some tough conditions to deal with, especially the last couple of rounds.
The ZX-4RR has been an absolutely brilliant little bike. It's fun, nimble. It's got quite a little bit of power when you get into that top speed. It's a really good fun bike and I've had some really good battles this year and I'm really enjoying it.
It's a really good bike, I love riding it, good amount of power. I've said to a few people, because they've asked me, how is it so? You can't really compare it to anything else. You can't compare it to the old 400 or an inline 4 600. It's just its own beast really, but I love riding it. You're on the limit everywhere. No, really good. We had a good start to the season at Alton Park. Just with the one race, managed to pick up a 2nd, then kept that consistency throughout the further rounds. Little mistake at round 2, but we learned from that, and we're now leading the championship going into this round with World Superbikes.
Obviously we know each other. I've been watching you coming into road racing the last couple of years, and I've been watching this year. It's been going well.
2nd round at Donington, I got my first ever podium, which I was blown away by, to be honest. It's a different feeling. And I had good pace in the race and I thought in this 2nd race I know I can win. So I got my head down, got a good start, kept battling back and forth and then I pulled a bit of a gap and then I got my first ever win. So it's been...
You always remember that one, the first one?
I will, I'll always remember that. I was stunned a bit.
Yeah. It's like when you start getting them podiums and wins and you just want more and more, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I got that one out of the way and then I followed it up with 2 more wins at Knockhill and a 2nd place, which I can't complain with.
Interesting as well, I did similar to you where I was in motocross before coming into road racing, the Superteens, and it's certainly, it's obviously a lot different, but once it starts clicking and you start getting some confidence, it's great.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, For me, it's the first year here in Kawasaki. Really good family. There is a really good atmosphere. I'm looking forward for watching you this weekend with the 400. I know really well the bike because the last 3 years I train a lot with the 400. For me, it's really good bike.
Very intense on them last laps because you know everyone wants to get them podium positions and them points.
It's really good to ride in that front group, just being in a constant battle.
We're all that close because the bikes are that equally matched.
Being on these smaller bikes, you've just got to be as small as possible, get tucked in, you can't make any mistakes on the brakes or the gas.
Anything can go wrong.
It's just mental that there's so much adrenaline running, all you want to do is win.
I tell you what, it's very exciting.
I think learning your craft on these smaller bikes will really help me in the future when we do go up to a bigger bike.
So here we are, Brands Hatch, after finishing up the 5th round for the Superteens of the British Superbike Championship Series. And to be honest, what a series it's been so far. We always knew it was going to be tight, close racing, but after these 5 rounds, the Ninja ZX-4RR has given us some really close and exciting racing. The amount of riders we've had battling at the front of the field has been incredible, and it's actually led to 6 different race winners so far this season. So looking back at the start of the season at Donington Park for the Superteen class, Ted Wilkinson, or Super Ted as he's affectionately known in the paddock, came straight out of the blocks, dominating that first weekend and taking the race win. Not only did he have to deal with all the battles on track, he also had to take care of his GCSEs that week. Got collected straight from school and brought to the track to go on ahead and take the race win. Pretty impressive stuff. We then moved on to Donington Park, and Carl Harris, who had had a steady start to the season at round 1, come out on fire in round 2, taking a really emotional first race win 10 years since his father tragically lost his life at the Isle of Man T2. Carl Harris! Celebrating his 21st birthday this weekend at Brands Hatch, Lewis Smart has been on a roll this season. He's had 4 race wins, 2 of which took place at the World Superbike round at Donington Park, which were particularly special for him. What's been really special is having 2 Australian riders come and join us in the series. Henry and Brody, travelling all across the world to come and race in the UK. It's been a really special thing. And Brody in particular has been quite impressive, taking his first race win this weekend to put him 3rd in the championship standings leading into this summer break. One rider who's been through the mill this season is James Cook. Been a real roller coaster of emotion. He broke his ankle at the first round, which really put him back. But this weekend at Brands Hatch, he's been absolutely on fire, taking 2 race wins and really putting himself into contention. Calvin Kelly of the Rocket Rookies team has been Mr. Consistent so far. He's taken the race win, but he's always been there or thereabouts, and that puts him in the championship lead as we head into the summer break and in pole position to win that Ninja ZX-4RR at the end of the season. So that's it, the first half of the Superteen season has been wrapped up. So far it's been absolutely fantastic racing, and there's been some great highlights for me. Some interesting starts, some strong overtakes, but overall some fantastic racing. We've been welcomed in by Kawasaki Racing Team at the World Superbike round. We've had great racing across the whole season, and we can't wait to do more again at Alton Park and Donington Park in a few weeks' time.